You are listening to Dave Sweetmore, and I'm delighted now to say I'm joined by a real rock and roll hero, the one and only Dave Hill from Slade. Dave, how you doing?
I'm great with that introduction. I think I feel really good.
Do you know what? I always say Slade are one of them bands that aren't just for Christmas, but it does seem to be every December we catch up.
Well, that's right. For obvious reasons, I suppose, isn't it?
It's 50 years since Merry Christmas, Everybody was first heard and released, and it got to number one. When you first recorded that song, you first heard it and went into the studio to record it, did you realise that it'd have the longevity that it's had?
Oh, no. I don't. You may know the story where it was recorded, but it was in New York and it was July, so we certainly weren't feeling Christmassy. Interesting story behind it is that John Lennon had cancelled some studio time, and Chaz was aware that Modern Jim had written a Christmas song. So he thought, well, we got some time, why don't we go in? And when we started to record it, we had to learn it one day, and then we started work on it. It took us about a week to do it. It was a lot of fun, and also we used John Lennon's harmonium, because if you listen to the intro, where it does a descending line, it starts off with a kind of harmonium sound. That's actually John Lennon's. And so we were recording it, none of us were in the mood, we were just doing it. And then we went in the corridors of this huge, tall office block, and we were singing it at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we got these Americans coming in, and you could hear them like, oh my God, what is this? You know, there's some crazy people in here. You know, it's 100 degrees outside, and these crazy people singing about Christmas, and I couldn't understand what they meant. And they came up to us, they were going, who are you? And we said, oh, we're in an English band called Slade. Oh, yeah? Oh, you're English, are you? Well, that explains everything. And we sort of really didn't think at all what would happen to it. We just thought it sounded good, but we weren't in any Christmassy mood. It's not like we were drinking and doing the thing. We weren't doing any of that. We were just cups of coffee and recording. Just took it back, the tapes back to England, and we didn't hear it till much later on, like November sometime. It's when he took it round to the record company that suddenly we realised we've got something here, something very big. Because the record companies were flipping, raving about it. We knew it would be a hit, but not the monster it became.
Now, as well as it being 50 years of Merry Christmas, Everybody, it's also 50 years of Come On Feel the Noise, a song that over the years Quiet Riot covered, Oasis covered. With bands like that covering a song like Come On Feel the Noise, how much did that do for Slade, as in opening the doors to a new generation of fans?
Well, it did open the doors. I mean, a lot of people covered Beatles songs, you know. It's not that the Beatles songs need covering, because the Beatles do them the best. But with Slade songs, basically Quiet Riot, because the story behind that was that the singer in Quiet Riot sounded a bit like Nod. So the engineer or producer said, you ought to do a Slade song. And of course, we always tried to make it in America, and it didn't quite work out. So we'd released Come On Feel the Noise over there, and never even couldn't catch a cold with it. But Quiet Riot did, and of course they're an American rock band. Of course it went zooming up the charts. I can remember it was in the 80s. And in the 80s we had a return to success. And so we were quite happening in the 80s because of Reading Festival, when we played there and Weather Storm and had another hit record, see. And Quiet Riot did that, which then created a great deal of interest in America. So we went back to America in 83, I think it was, and CBS Records wanted to sign us. So they released My Oh My, Run Run Away was a hit. We were on tour with Ozzy Osbourne, and Sharon Osbourne managed us in America.
You have carried on, you know, it's not just 50 years of Merry Christmas, Everybody, it's an amazing nearly 60 years of loads of hit records. As you mentioned, you've carried on touring for years and years over the years. You're about to start a tour in December. Now you're going to Newcastle, Egham, Leicester, Cardiff, Southampton, Margate, Oxford, Birmingham. You're not joining us in Manchester, but you are in Sheffield on Saturday the 16th of December. You're playing at the Foundry. What can Slade fans expect on this year's tour?
As I'm for sure, they can expect a really good time from a group that actually is very British, very hot with the songs about our country, our lives, our black country area where we live, strange spellings, the way we speak around here with our accents. And I know you've got an accent, but that's what's lovely about our country, you know. I've always been big about how we look, ever since I realised when I went on Top of the Pops how something I did at home at Dad's
I sprayed her jacket and it got big boots on, and I put some glitter on my face. And the reaction I got, I thought, well, I'm following this, and Chaz says, you got to follow this. And I did follow it, because my belief is you have the songs and you need the songs first up, but you need to sell them. Me and Nod have always been in tune with each other. We're great friends. We see each other a lot. And Nod's been through cancer just of recent year. But we share a lot of lovely memories. And I think we're all still a bit flabbergasted by the success. When Christmas comes, and in most cases, somebody's got a tree or something of that nature. And I think what they've also got is they've got this monster of a song. And it doesn't matter how many Christmas songs came after it. I don't think anyone has really done the business that ours has.
Well, you know what, Dave? 50 years on, Merry Christmas, everybody, is still bringing pleasure to people. I don't think there'll ever be a better Christmas song than that. And the fact that nearly 60 years on, you're still out and about with Slade, fans everywhere are absolutely buzzing.
Yeah.
As I say, you're in Sheffield. That's your nearest gig to us on the 16th of December. Can I just say thank you for nearly 60 years of Slade. 50 years since Merry Christmas, everybody, and Come On Feel the Noise got to number one. And hopefully many, many more years of Dave Hill and Slade.
Thank you, mate. Be kind, Dave, and have a good Christmas.